Heather Quarg.
And Heather just won the first place in the entry division with the Poodle. And his name is Nix, and she's already got a critique from her judge. And Jay here is going to tell us what he thinks about the groom.
One thing I noticed when you were stacking the dog up for your presentation is when you have the tail pushed this far forward, it makes the dog look like he's high in the rear. So if that makes sense to you. So right now when you look at it from where the camera is, it looks like he's sloping down to here, and then it goes up instead of having a nice level top line. So I would try to pull his head up a little bit more, try to get this, because he's not groomed that way. It's basically the way you have him stacked up. Make sure he's not sagging here. I know he's tired, but instead of really pushing on this tail forward where it makes it look like his top line isn't level, just let his tail be up naturally, and that'll kind of level it out some. Now, looking at it from the top, I would come in and I'd clean this angle up right through here where he's a little bit heavy on each side of the tail. So just to make that a little bit tighter. I like the trim on the dog. I think he's nicely balanced, or she's nicely balanced. One thing I would do, I would tighten the chest up a little bit more just to show off the chest. But your angle, when you come in on your top line, you want to see a nice level top line and then have it flow into your top knot into your neck. And what I see is it comes to a point here and then it stops and then it goes up. So I'd like a little bit more of a smooth transition from here. A lot of times what happens is groomers come in with their scissors and they scissor up to this point, which is probably what you did. You scissored to here and then they stop, and what happens is you have a really distinct line or indentation in the coat here. So that causes your eye, or causes the line that you're creating to come in, and it stops, and then you don't have a nice smooth transition. So what I normally do is I'll scissor up to about this line here, instead of going up all the way to the withers. So scissor up to about here, because you actually need some hair in here to fill in where he looks like she looks like she's sagging in the top line. So you can fill that in some, and then come in with your scissors from this angle and scissor the rest of it in from here, because your transition, when you make this line from here into the neck or into the withers into the top line, if you come in with your scissors this way, it'll be a lot smoother than trying to go in from one point and make this smooth. If you look at this dog from the back, I think the back legs are a little bit too narrow for the structure of the dog's body, so I'd like to see a little bit more hair on the outside and the inside of the leg. You've got nice parallel lines, but I'd just like to see a little bit more depth, so they look as well balanced. I want the balance on the back legs to be the same on the front legs as far as the width from side to side. So that was one thing I'd change. And then another little thing, where you brought this angle down all the way to the hock, this is a nice line, but I'd leave a little bit of hair in this area to fill in, and leave a little bit more on the knee just to make that nice parallel line so it doesn't look so pinched, because right now it almost looks like a terrier rear end, or the angle looks like a terrier coming all the way down to the hock. So I just leave a little bit more hair in this area. So take your scissors or your clipper and bend the leg wherever that bend is. When you get to that bend, leave some hair in here to fill in and blend that into the hock. But overall, I thought you did a really nice job. If we can just look at the profile of the dog. So, and this is great. I mean, this is a beginner class, and great job, well balanced, really nice profile. So it's just those little things. If you do a really nice job grooming the dog, make sure you stack it up and accentuate all those points that you worked on during the competition. So, but this is what I saw when you had the dog stacked up, and it like I said, it kept pushing it forward. So yeah, but great job. So why don't you tell us how you feel since you just won the class?
Completely shocked and surprised. I actually almost got disqualified. We had a little mix-up in the time schedule, so we would have gone to an hour and a half, and they said scissors down, and I wasn't done. I was told 2 hours, so not only to not be disqualified and then to win was pretty amazing, so I'm overjoyed. Still kind of trembly.
Well, the dog looks really nice. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. He thinks he looks very good, too.
The boy, I called it a girl.
Boy.
I had my hand back
He's
there.
going to have a complex.
Well, I had my hand underneath him, but I didn't realize he was neuter. I thought it was a girl.
Well, you still ought to be able to tell with your hand under there what it is. I mean,
I know, right?
should we go back to basics on, telling male?
Yeah.
Jay Scruggs does not know how to tell a male from a female dog. Let's take him to class. Thank you so much.
Thank you all very much. Thank you.